Hey Bike, it's me Ian. And in today's video, well, I'm continuing my look at The X-Files, the third season. And this is Wetwired from 1996. Previously, we'd had Quagmire, and the next one will be Talitha Kumi. This is season 3, and it's episode 23. It's the penultimate episode of the season. Now, they class it as a Monster of the Week story. It is, but there are elements in here, in this story, which we see referring to the wider conspiracy. So that's how I look at it anyhow. That they're important, the characters that we know or are involved in that appear in this. So that's how you have to look at it. So this was transmitted on the 10th of May 1996 on the Fox network, and on the 6th of August 1996 on Sky, and on the 6th of February 1997 on BBC One. And it's written by Matt Beck, who is the visual effects supervisor on the X-Files. So he had this chance and he did it. He wrote an episode. And he said this was inspired by television violence and the debate about the effects on people, which I remember quite a lot of debate about it at one time, about the effects of television. And of course, not just television, but also films as well. But yeah, in this particular period, television was coming under scrutiny. Now, it's directed by Rob Bowman, who, of course, directed The X-Files, Fight the Future, 1998, the film, the best of the two films. That was the first one. And it's worth pointing out that he directed 33 episodes of The X-Files. What a great servant he was to The X-Files. Such a big part of the stories, in directing them as a director. I mean, that is a big commitment. 33 episodes. Now, of course, it's produced as usual by Chris Carter, who guides the direction of the stories and inspires them, and is the showrunner. This is really a mind control story. And that's why we've got that, but it is linked with the conspiracy. So I'll just get into the cast and then we'll develop that further into the story. So we've got David Duchovny playing Fox Mulder, Gillian Anderson, Dana Scully, Mitch Pileggi returns as Walter Skinner. Then we've got William B. Davis, of course, who always plays the cigarette smoking man. So yeah, that tells you a lot when he pops up in an episode. Again, it's not very big, his role. He's just there, as usual. And then we have Stephen Williams, who returns as X. So again, that tells you quite a bit that he's appeared as X. And then we've got Sheila Larkin, who returns as Margaret Scully. And then we've got some names which you know straight away. We have got Tom Braidwood playing Frohike. We've got Dean Hagland playing Langley. And Bruce Howard playing Byers. So what does that tell you? It's the return of the lone gunman, who we don't see enough of. We love the lone gunman, and yeah, they're in this episode, so you always feel you want more from them. And of course, they did get their own series. Unfortunately, it was cancelled, but they did get at least we saw a nice, some more different interaction with them in that series. Anyhow, I've gone off as usual. So we've got Colin Cunningham playing Dr. Stroman. Now, some of the films that he's been in were quite interesting. Just some of the selection. He was in Sixth Day, which is from 2000, which is Arnie. He was in Antitrust, 2001. He was in Electra, 2005. He was in The Historian, 2014. And now this is right up to date because they're have only been recently shown. He was in Horizon, American Saga, Chapter 1. Horizon, American Saga, Chapter 2, which are both 2024. But I think they've just been getting some more releases and publicity. But yeah, that's a Kevin Costner vehicle. Epic Sagas, and is in two of those. And then you look and you see a mass of TV shows and TV series as well. They've got to earn the money, these actors, and they do a lot. They do really a large amount on there. So that is the cast. So, the story really is that Mulder and Scully are investigating these series of murders which seem to have happened after exposure to television and tapes, recordings from the TV. And from that, of course, they soon get into the idea that there are hidden subliminal images being transmitted, or the signal into the brain, and it's affecting people. And of course, it affects Scully. Now, the other interesting bit, of course, it doesn't affect Mulder because he's colorblind. Yes. So that is another interesting aspect to the story. It's always interesting watching Gillian Anderson being sort of affected like this. We've seen her in various occasions in acting in certain ways, and this one, she's brilliant as usual. You can't help but love Gillian Anderson as she is affected by all this. And of course, we get a mother appearing in it, and it's brilliant. Yeah, absolutely love it. I always love it when we see Mulder and Scully really changing, being affected, and going out of character to what we expect. And that's all down to some brilliant writing and acting by these two. Absolutely love it. Now, is this a good story, and does it add to the mythology? Well, I would say it doesn't really add too much to the wider story about the aliens. In fact, X and Cigarette Smoking Man are clearly they're not connected with the aliens, but they want, this is obviously something they want to keep undercover about the reasons why, because they're on part of the shady government or outside government, deep state, as it's often referred to, who are up to all sorts of shenanigans. And of course, being able to control people is very much part of their agenda. So it's not directly linked with the alien conspiracy, but they're there because of the secrecy of this is something that they don't want the wider population to know about, that they're trying to influence them. And of course, it's all gone in a bad way, as we've seen. The influences of people murdering other people is not a good thing. So it's kind of gone, and as usual, Mulder and Scully, they get so near finding out even more and more information, and then it all disappears at the end. They can't prove anything. It is always how it is. And that is part of the signature of the X-Files, isn't it? We're so near and yet so far. And this is what it is when you see these two characters each week just struggling to get some sense into it all, get some sort of big breakthrough. They hold on to it, and then they let go because they can't. Oh, it's wonderful, isn't it? Great stuff. Now, this episode in general, I think, received very positive views, and I think the reason is the story. A lot of people like the story, the idea about this, because it fits into those debates that were going on, which have about the influence of television, and we've seen with film as well. So that is interesting. But I think the praise came particularly for Gillian Anderson, again, in her performance, which is absolutely fantastic. And David Duchovny is good as well. Their relationship comes across amazing. It's all part of why people are tuning in each week, as it was, to watch these two characters. And they kind of just give such superb performances. You never feel that they're just going through the motions, as can happen. They're really committed to their roles, and when they're given a good script and a good story, then this is what you get. You get the brilliant episodes like this, and Chris Carter must be very aware of that. To gotta keep this standard up, and it is the penultimate episode. We've got one more, so. You normally, when it's the last episode of the season, it's probably going to be part of the wider alien conspiracy and be a two-parter. You have to wait for the new season to come, which fortunately we can do it the week after. Yeah, it's all looking good. X-Files is now just wonderful. The way it's developed. This third season has been fantastic. But I should perhaps be saying all that next week. But I just got a bit carried away. I do, because I thought this was such a good episode. And I think that's it, really. So, as I said, before I go, I just always show you this, here it is. The third season, the little box in my big box of all the seasons. And there it is. Oh, fantastic. Absolutely love it. And that's it. So, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and then have a look in the playlist, and you'll see all the previous episodes that I have reviewed of the X-Files. So you can see they're all there. But then I do a lot of reviews of films and TV shows, and also a bit of music. And so you might find something there, that interests you. And also, if you do like this video, please give this video a like. If you give this video a like, it gets it onto YouTube, so other people may enjoy it, and it benefits the channel. So please do that. Also, if you've got any comments, I do love to read your comments. So please put your comments down, and I'll always reply to them. And that's it. That's it. Yes, I've gone on far too long. So all I've got to say is, I'll see thee again.